did. When there is eventually the infringement hearing where they decide whether or not to continue with considering infringement or stay the case pending the outcome of the EPO opposition, the fact that we have a UK High Court judgment finding the patent invalid will hopefully be quite powerful in trying to convince the German infringement court to actually stay the proceedings. Just a couple more slides here before I finish. This one is, well, it's quite a quick point really. If you have very deep pockets and you want to try and force another party into settlement under favourable terms to you, one thing you can consider doing is basically launching national actions because they are expensive, and if the other side has limited money, they may just think, we're not going to win this, we might as well settle and try and get something out of it. Final point is really about coordinating your revocation actions if you do have multiple cases going on at the same time. The second of those two case studies I spoke about, there are proceedings going on all over the world at the moment, in the UK, in France, in Germany, in Norway, the US, Australia and Canada, as well as the European Patent Office. And it's just so important to make sure that everything you do in all those jurisdictions is consistent, so that all expert evidence is credible and consistent, and that you don't say things in one jurisdiction which the other side can pick up on that contradict something you've said elsewhere. And it's quite interesting, but the way that is being achieved in that case is that we have weekly phone calls with everybody from all jurisdictions on, and I've sat there sometimes tossing up the number of people on the call and trying to figure out how much it's costing the client. And the answer is it must be costing them a huge amount, but they have obviously decided it's that important to ensure consistency that the extra cost is worth it. The other point is, once you do have a judgment from a first jurisdiction, you can start using it in other jurisdictions to support your case. So if you're in the driving seat, you can launch first in the country you think you're most likely to get a positive outcome from, so that you can then use that in other jurisdictions. You wouldn't want to launch somewhere where it's going to be a bit uncertain what the outcome's going to be, and then have that sort of following you around in all of the subsequent procedures. And the very final slide, this is just a plug for the UK Intellectual Property Enterprise Court really. It's quite new, and it's designed to compete really with the German courts in offering a forum for companies to litigate in at relatively low cost. So there's some details there up. I won't go through them all, as I'm sure everybody's hungry now, but it is a great way to try and revoke a patent and use the information you get from it to support your EPO opposition. And that's everything from me. Thank you.